This is day 7 of Georgia. I woke up before dawn. You can hear the birds chirping. Sun's just coming up in the background there. I stayed overnight last night at Jarrard Gap in my tent. Hope I got a good night's sleep. I think I did. I'm not sure. The bear food hang, whatever, was a challenge yesterday, but I got it up and got it taken care of. So I had a little bit of ramen for dinner last night, cold soaked it. I'm pretty much out of food. I've got a handful of peanut M&Ms left and a couple mini chocolate chip cookies. So I guess that's going to be breakfast. And then I've got a 5-mile hike to mountain crossings that has food. And this is the Blood Mountain Day. So 5 miles, 2.5 miles straight up to 4,400 feet. And then another 2.5 miles down. So this is going to be my biggest and longest climb so far this hike. So let's see what the trail brings me today. I just stopped for water and cookie break. Got some sugar in me. And now this is the hardest or toughest part of the climb. It's about 7 to 8 tenths of a mile and it's very steep. So catch you at the top. This is the view from the top of Blood Mountain. Starting the trip down Blood Mountain, you go through a mountain laurel forest, and the trail is solid rock. It's kind of like walking on a sidewalk. I know at some point it gets really steep. Alright, so I just came down the real steep part right here, down the rocks. The video, it probably doesn't look that steep coming down here on these flat rocks, but it kind of reminds me of New York. Now back into the woods. As the elevation is decreasing, we've now transitioned from a mountain laurel grove to rhododendrons and a little bit of mountain laurel mixed in. Temperature's starting to go up, the sun's up. I'm on the northeast side of this mountain. It's getting warm now. So I'm kind of hanging out in back of mountain crossings. I made it down to Neel Gap, and it's a Saturday, and the motorcycles going in and out of here, dozens and dozens of them all day long. And it must be a popular bike ride along here on a Saturday with nice weather. Mountain Crossings is an interesting place. It's a store, it's a souvenir shop, it's a grocery store. It's got a little bit of everything in there. It's got all kinds of hiker gear, and it's got my favorite, a hostel. So in the basement they have bunks and showers and a laundry, and it's supposed to rain tonight into tomorrow morning, a little bit, cold front coming through. So I booked a bunk. So I'm just waiting for the hostel to open, and then I can get in there and get a shower and get cleaned up. And they have plenty of food here. They close at 8, so they have plenty of food here. I can resupply. I can get something to eat for dinner. I just had lunch. The hike down off of Blood Mountain was much harder than the hike up. The hike up actually wasn't bad at all. I was expecting it to be much harder. It was actually fairly easy. I've done a lot harder. The hike down after the last video clip that you saw got really hard. There were a lot of boulder scrambles and climbing over rocks and stuff, and it was pretty steep for quite a while, for maybe about a half a mile or so, and then it kind of went back to normal trail surface. It was still more like switchbacks and going downhill, and as we got, it was about a 2.5 mile hike down, so it took a little while. So by the time I got to the bottom, I was soaked with sweat. I was really tired. My legs felt like spaghetti, and so I didn't really take any pictures or video on the way down, except for that earlier part. So I'm going to include some stuff about mountain crossings here, and then I'm going to spend the night and then hit the trail tomorrow morning. So I'm standing in the parking lot of Mountain Crossings, and I came down the trail there off Blood Mountain, across the highway here, walked up here, and the first thing you see here is the famous tree where all the shoes are hanging. So rumor has it that these are shoes of hikers that have quit here. I don't know if that's really true. We're about 30 miles from the start of the AT. That's not very much, but I could see where a lot of unprepared people may have thrown in the towel. Maybe a few people threw shoes here a long time ago and it kind of snowballed. But there's a lot of shoes in the tree, and some of them look like they've been there for a really long time. Alright, so if we walk up the sidewalk here, there's a white blaze on the Neel Gap sign to show the way, and then this way, there's the breezeway, and the Appalachian Trail actually goes right through that breezeway and continues on the other side. So this is the only place where the AT actually goes through a building. The entrance to the store and the outfitter is up here. It's really noisy here today because it's Saturday and there's a lot of people going in and out. So this place is called Mountain Crossings, and it's been here for a really long time. It used to be an old hotel years ago. I think it was built by the Civilian Conservation Corps. And there's a store there. Here comes some more motorcycles. There is a store with food, resupply, hiker gear, and souvenirs in there. Nice place. And I'm going to be staying in the basement in a hostel bunk tonight. So when I get down there, I'll post a few pictures of that. Okay, this is the entrance to the hostel at Mountain Crossings. This is a really, really old building. I wasn't expecting anything luxurious, and it is only $35 a night to stay here. So, yeah, I wasn't expecting a high level of luxury. So it's clean enough, and it gets me out of the rain tonight and tomorrow morning, and that's all that counts. Plus there's a shower, and they just cleaned the shower. I'll be the first one in. They have a gathering room here, place to sit and eat, so I'll use that at dinner time tonight. TV, I'm not sure what's on there. Microwave, cool. I can make my oatmeal in there in the morning for breakfast. And a little refrigerator here. Is there anything in there? No, just a little refrigerator. Tea kettle. Can make some coffee in the morning with the microwave sink. And this is the laundry. Okay. Huh. So I guess you don't have to pay for that. You just throw stuff in there. Maybe I'll do a quick load. I just did laundry, but I can always wash what I have on right now. Coming back here is the bunk room. So I'm the only one here right now. I'm sure there'll be a few more people coming in later today. So that's a bunk for me. And just no, that's not. Where's the bathroom? I can't find the shower. Alright, I guess I might have to ask somebody where the shower is. But anyway, this is the hostel at Mountain Crossings.